Hi all, we have seen actions, we have seen reducer. Now next topic is our store. So before moving to store, first we have to understand props. Okay, prop is a topic in React, but in this session also we are going to understand props so that while passing store or while connecting to the store, you will be having understanding on props. So prop is nothing but it is a special keyword in React which stands for properties. So prop is the shortcut for properties and it is being used for passing data from one component to another. So if you want to pass the data from parent component to child component or from one component to another, then this props can be used. So basically from store all the data we have to pass to application. So this way props is used. And furthermore, props data is read only, which means data coming from the parent component should not be changed by the child component. So it is read only. We cannot change the data. No component can change the data, whatever is received from the props. So practically, we are going to understand about props. I have opened my project folder. Now inside this index.js, I am having this app.js rendered. Control B. Inside app.js, I am having book container. As of now, I am just going to comment it out. Instead, inside components folder, I will be creating one file. I will just write here props.js. Now here I will be writing this snippet. Let me just write here h1 props. Save. I will come to app.js. Now here I am just going to render props. I will be importing here. Import props from props. I will save. Now if I come to this project, you can see here props will be displayed. Now first let us understand what is prop. I will come to index.js. Let me just comment it out as of now. Later on we are going to uncomment this one. Inside this I will be creating one input field. Type is text and value, let me just write here Khanam. Now here what happens, this is our attribute and this is also our attribute. So if I want to access the attributes, directly I can just get this type and also directly I can get the value. Now suppose if I just want to create my custom attribute, here if I just write here my name is Khanam. If I just write this one, this is not the attribute. So while accessing this one, we will be getting the error. This is not an attribute. That kind of error we are going to get. So to create our custom attributes, we are going to use props. And prop is nothing but it is basically an object. Let me just remove this. I will uncomment this one. I will come to app.js. Now inside this, I am just going to create one h1. I will write h1. I will write here web development. Then here I will just give one paragraph, web 1. And below this I will be giving one button, read me. I will save this. And from here, you can see I am having web development, web and read me. So in the same way, I will copy this and below this I'm just going to paste 3-4 times. Save. I will refresh. Now you can see I am having this 4 times. But what I want, each and every time, instead of displaying this web development, I want different topics to be displayed. Now what I will do, I will just copy this entire thing. I will just copy this once, cut from here, and inside props, I'm just going to paste it here. Below this, I will be pasting, and I'm just going to wrap inside one div container. Now I'll save. and also I will be saving this. Now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Again totally 4 times it is been displayed because I have already rendered props here. From here I am just going to remove this entire thing. What I have done, I have just created multiple headings, and for each heading I just want to display separate names. So one time I have copied and I have just passed that code inside this props.js. So one time is displayed. Now if I want multiple times, I can just copy this down. I will save this. Now how many times I want, that many times this content will be displayed. Let me just keep here 3 times. Now inside this I just want to change the title. Title I will give here title, and here let me just give here JavaScript, and text I am just going to give JavaScript 1. Okay, this is the first data I am going to pass from parent component to child component. So in the same way, let me just copy this. Here and here I am just going to paste. Now here I will change it to React. Here I will give React 1. Here let me give Python 1. I will save. Now I will come here. Even if I refresh this, you can see the data is not changed. But I have passed the data here inside the parent component. I have given some data. Now this data has to be passed to the child component, that is our props.js. Now how you will get to know it is a parent or child component? This is the parent, and inside this we are rendering this props. So this is the child component and app is the parent component. Now inside index.js, app is the child component and this index.js is the parent component. Now I will come to props.js. Now to get the data from parent component to child component, we are going to pass one parameter here, props. You can give any name. Let me just print this props log. I will just show you. Save. I will come. I will refresh this one. Now inside console, you can see I am having this object. Text is JavaScript and also title is displayed. So our prop is nothing but prop is an object. And if you are aware of object, we are going to access object properties using dot operator. Object name dot text, object name dot title. As of now, prop is our object. So to access this text property, props dot text, props dot title, we are going to access in that way. I will close this. I will come here. Now I just want to display here inside H1. I want to display that. I will remove. So we are going to use JSX inside this. So we have to wrap inside curly braces. Our props, this is our object. Props dot, I have to access the title like this. I will save this. Now if I show you, you can see all the headings are changed. And also every time I am getting this props because inside this props I am having this heading. Let me just remove this. Save. Now you can see I am having JavaScript, I am having React, and also I am having Python. Now if you want to bring the button down, you can bring this button down. Save this. So you can see all the headings are changed. So in the same way, to get this text, we are going to write here props dot text. Save this. I will come. You can see text is also changed. So this is how we are going to pass data from parent component to child component. And our props is nothing but prop is an object. And why we are creating this? Pass the data from parent component to child component. Now you can see here we have created our custom attributes. Inside input field, we have all the attributes which are already predefined. Now here we have created our custom attribute, and this attributes value we have passed to the child component. And while passing this attribute, you do not have to separate by semicolon or comma, because in input field also, while giving multiple attributes, we will not be separating by semicolon or comma. So here also, while giving that, you should not be separating using comma or semicolon. So this is all about props. You should understand about props. Then only you will be able to understand how store is connected in Redux. That's all for this session. Next we are going to see about store.